Let's say we have three identical cubes. Each side of the cube has a 1.0 centimeter length. One cube is made out of lead, the second cube is made out of aluminum, and the third cube is made out of wood. If I asked you which cube would be the most dense of the three cubes, you will most likely say the one made out of lead. Simple enough. But what just exactly is density? Density is defined as the ratio between mass and volume, or mass per unit volume. It is a measure of how much stuff an object has in a unit volume, cubic meter or cubic centimeter. Mass is a measure of how much stuff an object contains, and volume is the measure of how much space an object occupies in three-dimensional space. This figure shows a dense object versus a less dense object. As you can see in the figure, the dense object A has more stuff than the less dense object B. Both objects are shown to occupy the same space. So how do we find the density of an object? As you saw, you need two pieces of information in order to calculate density: mass in grams or kilograms, and volume in cubic centimeter or cubic meter. The formula for density is density equals mass over volume equals m over v. Going back to the three cubes in the beginning of the lesson, let us calculate the densities of the three objects. Let's say we have 11.3 grams of lead, 2.7 grams of aluminum, and 0.67 grams of wood, pine wood. The densities are calculated as mass per unit volume, 1 cubic centimeter. As we indicated earlier, lead had the highest density of the three objects with the same volume. We also point out that no matter what volume of lead, aluminum, or wood you have, the densities of all three objects will always be the same. Densities of substances do not change. Once you know the density of lead, that density will never change. So let's say you have an object made up of an unknown substance. You measure the mass of the object and the volume of the object and get 11.3 grams per cubic centimeter. Then that unknown substance is lead. Density gives you information about how much stuff is in an object, divided by how much space the object occupies. So you can measure the mass of an object in grams or kilograms. Measure how much space the object occupies in three-dimensional space, in cubic centimeters or cubic meters. Then divide the mass by the volume to get the density of the object. The formula reads, density equals mass over volume equals m over v. Once you know the density of a substance like lead, aluminum, or pine wood, that density will not change even if you pick a larger or smaller volume than the volume you used to make your initial calculation. Densities of substances are constant.